I'll be the earth to ground you.
Hey guys, and welcome to Jay's Nest. Today I'm going to go over all of the diapers that I'm loving for week 1 of cloth diapering and under the cord. Don't forget to check the description box down below, as always, where I break down this whole video. I do like to chat a lot, so there's going to be tons of word vomit and just random opinions in this video, and I like to break it down below to try to make it at least semi-organized. And also, why I'm doing that is because first I want to talk about the umbilical cord. So if you don't really care about me talking about the umbilical cord, check the description box down below for a timestamp of when I start talking about the diapers. In my most recent video, newborn cloth diapering at 6 pounds, I'll link that down below if you haven't seen that yet, I had someone comment that the amount I talk about the cord is concerning for new moms, or at least it could be concerning for new moms, because they might think that they have to do special care with the umbilical cord, or that their baby's going to get an infection, or it might make them paranoid. But I am someone who is paranoid about the cord. So in any of these newborn cloth diapering videos, especially if the thumbnail or the title says under the cord, I'm going to be talking about the cord a lot. And that last video did have under the cord inside the thumbnail. The reason why I'm concerned about the cord is just a personal preference. It's just a complete opinion. I've had a child where their umbilical cord came off prematurely, it started bleeding and oozing goop. It's not something that's pretty normal, I would say. I would think that's pretty uncommon, but it did happen to us, and so now I take really good care of the umbilical cord, and the umbilical cord in general just kind of grosses me out. So again, that's personal preference. So here's the question. Do you need umbilical cord safe diapers? No, not necessarily. Again, that's personal preference. If you are a new mom, or even if you are a veteran mom and you're new to cloth diapering, you've never cloth diapered before, do your research into umbilical cord care. According to the APA, in order for the cord to fall off in a timely manner, it's best to keep it dry. It's best to keep a lot of airflow to it. And for me, the best way to keep it dry is to keep diapers off of it. It's very rare for a baby to get an infection of their umbilical cord. So I don't think that's something that you really should be paranoid about. My paranoia comes from the umbilical cord ripping off prematurely. And actually, you know, newborn diapers with the umbilical cord cut out for both cloth and disposables are actually a pretty new invention. It's not something that's been around for hundreds of years. So, you know, you're just gonna have to gauge what your personal preference is as far as umbilical cord care. Again, I like to keep things away from the umbilical cord. This is not a recommendation for you guys. Every other YouTuber that I've seen, I've been on YouTube for a few years now, and everybody has always talked about cord-friendly diapers, so I thought that was just pretty normal for people to choose cord-friendly diapers. If you go on the Huggies website or the Pampers website, they do suggest folding the disposable diaper underneath the cord. It's very rare for poop to get on the cord. Your baby would have to have really explosive poop. We have gotten poop on Willow's genitals. I think that's kind of normal for babies, but for it to actually explode up onto the belly is really rare. Pee could get up into the umbilical cord area, especially if you're not changing as often, but again, that's just kind of rare. But for general umbilical cord care, it is important to keep the cord as dry as you can. Have your baby wear loose fitting clothing while the cord is still attached. It takes about 1 to 3 weeks on average for the baby's cord to fall off. Willow's cord actually fell off yesterday when she was 6 days old, so it's kind of different for every baby. Sometimes babies' cords fall off within 4 days. But I just want to put that out there in case you are a new mom, or you're worried about the umbilical cord, or if my videos have made you worried about the umbilical cord. You don't necessarily need to worry about it. Do your research for yourself. Find out how to properly care for the umbilical cord. From what I've experienced with all of my other children, I just prefer to take extra care of the umbilical cord. So with that said, let's get to the diaper reviews. first diaper I'm going to talk about is the Ragababe Newborn Size 0 All-in-One. This diaper is pretty expensive brand new. I would not buy this brand new. As much as I really like this diaper, I am not paying more than $30 for a newborn diaper. I'm not sure how long this will actually fit. I bought this used, so I'm not 100% sure how long this will fit. It doesn't look like it's going to fit forever. I have the snap version. I do think they have Velcro as an option as well. But it does have a decent amount of snap placements. It has one for this bottom row, which is only 2 snaps. Then it has this row, which is also just 2 snaps, and then it has all of these snaps. It does have an umbilical cord snap down. Here's that snap. And it fit really well underneath the cord. I really love this diaper. And actually, it has a little weird pocket in the front. It's extremely tiny. You cannot fit your hand in it. Maybe if you have like really small baby hands. I did manage to get a Geffen newborn hemp insert in there, and we used this at nighttime one night, but she immediately pooped in it, so I'm not sure how that would have held up at night. But overall, I really like this diaper. This feels like it's a Sherpa material, so it's really soft. I do have a few other of these Ragababe newborn diapers, and they're really rough, so over time it does tend to get really rough. But overall, I think this fits really well for a 6-pound baby. It might even fit a 5-pound baby, depending on how chunky your baby's legs are. I personally would not pay more than $14 used for this diaper. That's just kind of a personal preference. These diapers have a really high market value depending on the type of print that you get. There's a Ragababe buy-sell trade on Facebook, and there are so many cute prints, so many cute diapers, and the prices are kind of high and scary. But I totally see the hype of this diaper. It's really cute, it's really tiny. I like the little star designs on the tabs here. I really thought I wasn't going to like this diaper. I don't know, I thought just something about the snap placements and the design, I just thought I wouldn't like it. But to my surprise, as of now, this is one of my favorite diapers. Keep in mind with all of these reviews, I've only been using them for a week now, and as baby gets older and needs more absorbency, these diapers might not even work at all, you know, in 3 weeks from now. But as far as fit and absorbency right now at a week, and with these fitting under the cord, this did work really well. Next, I'm going to talk about the Imagine Newborn Bamboo All-in-One, the 2.0 version. This diaper works really well. The snap placement, I said before, is just like the Lil Joey, except this is just really, really wide in the crotch compared to the Lil Joey. And it's a lot trimmer. It's a lot thinner. So it's a really nice trim diaper, which I really like. I think the downside of this diaper, just off the bat, is the limited snap placement. Like, you could fit so many more snaps in here, and I think that would make this diaper last a lot longer, but here's the umbilical cord snap down. So on this top row, you only have 2 snaps to choose from, so I don't see this diaper fitting very long at all. It's definitely one of my favorites under the cord and at birth, but as far as this diaper lasting a long time and it being a good investment, I'm not sure. That's just going to depend on how much absorbency Willow's going to need and how long she's going to fit in it, depending on how fast she grows. So if you have a fast growing baby, I don't know, I don't think the snap would be worth it. Maybe the Velcro. I've considered getting the Velcro just to see how it compares, because this is a pretty decently absorbent diaper for now. But it does work perfectly under the cord. This umbilical cord snap down goes down so far. I definitely don't see an issue as far as the cord. It has this inner flap, which is really nice. It's attached in the back, but you can snap it in the front. There are 2 snaps right here where you can snap the insert in the front. If you're using the umbilical cord snap down, I wouldn't suggest snapping it in the front, just because it's going to leave that soaker hanging off the top when you snap it onto baby. And since that soaker is hanging off the top, it's going to wick onto your baby's clothes. I ran into that issue last time when I used the microfiber one, which is way bulkier than this one. So with this, And the cord, I just fold it and then wrap it onto baby. And I didn't have an issue with the soaker popping out the top. And in general, I just don't like the way that it fits when it's snapped in. I just prefer it kind of laying wherever so I can adjust the absorbency. I know a lot of people say girls are center and back wetters, but all of my girls have been front wetters, front and in the center. Never just in the center or never just in the back. They're front wetters. I know a lot of people say girls aren't front wetters, but all three of my girls have been. So I really like that I can fold it right there into that wet zone where she needs it. But again, I just don't think this is going to last long. And with diapers like this, they can be kind of confusing for people coming to cloth diapering. It didn't have a rise setting. So if we look at diapers like the Thirsties, it has these snaps in the front. I picked all these printed diapers and they're hard to see everything. But it has these two snaps right here where you can snap the diaper smaller, so it gives it a smaller rise. And then when it's snapped out, it's a lot longer to fit a little bit of a bigger baby. This diaper doesn't have it, neither does the Lil Joey. The rise setting are these snaps. So here's a snap here. If your baby is a little bigger and needs bigger leg gaps, you snap it up here. If your baby is really, really tiny and needs tiny leg gaps, you snap it down here and it makes the legs really tiny. But as you can see, if your baby is really tiny, it leaves this whole part of the diaper up here. It's just a really weird design. Again, the Lil Joey is designed exactly the same. So design-wise, it's not really my favorite, but you know, it fit really well under the cord and the absorbency is pretty decent for now. So while we're talking about the Lil Joey, I'm going to talk about the Lil Joey. You can't go wrong with a Lil Joey with the tiny, tiny baby. Definitely not good for bigger babies. It fits really well under the cord because you have that umbilical cord snapped down. Again, with those weird snap placements. You have this top row and then you also have this bottom row. So if your baby's really tiny, it gets snapped down here, but again, it leaves all that diaper up here. It has these inner gussets, which when we talk about double gussets on diapers, we're talking about like the double leg elastic, like on the Thirsties covers. This has a double gusset on the inside of the diaper, and that's mainly to direct the poop. That's mainly what it does. To keep the poop from spilling out the sides, it tries to cup it and keep all the poop in that inner gusset right here to keep it from spilling outwards. So that's what the main idea of this type of gusset is made for. Lil Joey really isn't that absorbent. We haven't had any leaks yet, but I foresee it coming because this just really isn't that absorbent. But again, if you're expecting a small baby or you have a small baby, these are a decent diaper. They do take forever to dry. I have had issues where poop gets stuck in the stitching even after I wash it a million times, and it's hard to, I don't know. What I do is I snap it inside out. So I'll snap it like this and then throw it in the wash. But sometimes what happens is it'll crumple up like this and poop in the center, that's where all the poop is, gets stuck and doesn't get agitated. So while it's a great idea to turn it out like this, sometimes the diaper is designed really weird, and maybe you could smush it around a little bit. Maybe smush the fabrics around a little bit to get it to stay a little better. I haven't thought about, see look, that holds a little better. I haven't thought about doing that. Maybe I'll try that next time. But yeah, sometimes poop does get stuck in there and they do take forever to dry. I do try to line dry them first, and I'll actually snap them on my line like this. I think I have a video clip of that. If I can find it, I'll put it on the screen. But you just snap it onto the line outside like that, and it helps sun the diaper and it helps speed up drying time. You know, Lil Joey's great for the beginning, which is the only reason why I have these. I know these aren't going to last. So if you are looking into Lil Joey's, just keep that in mind. I know some people rave about them and love them and they work for their baby until 12 pounds. But honestly, the majority of people, that's really not the case. And I know that's most likely not going to be the case for me either. And while we're talking about the Little Joeys, I'm going to talk about the tiny cheapy version of the Little Joeys. I have here the Happy Flute and also the THX. I mean, really, these are exactly the same. I think the Happy Flute is just a little wider, but besides that, they're designed exactly like the Little Joey. The inside is the same, but these are actually less absorbent than the Little Joey. So if you're looking to use these instead of the Little Joey, you like the idea of the Little Joey, just know these are not as absorbent. I haven't had any leaks with the Happy Flute yet, but I see that coming because I'm already having leaks with the THX. She's wetting through the pee well, and I'm changing her every 2.5 hours. Sometimes I'm changing her every 15 minutes, if I'm being honest. She doesn't like being wet, so when she pees or poops, she immediately lets me know, and I change her right away. And then sometimes, bam, 10 minutes later, another poopy diaper. So, but yeah, she's already starting to leak through these, which was really surprising for me. I figured she'd last at least 1 to 2 weeks in these, but after 3 or 4 days she's already leaking through these, so that's kind of a bummer. You know, these are nice because they do fit really small babies, and they work well at first when your baby really isn't peeing or pooping a lot. I only got these diapers for these first few weeks, so it's not really a huge disappointment to me that these aren't going to last forever, because I knew that they weren't going to last forever. If you are looking into these diapers, keep that in mind. They're not going to last very long. They make great diapers in the beginning. You could always boost them with other things, you know, lay other type of inserts. You could lay cloth wipes, baby washcloths. But with that said, that adds a lot of bulk to these, and these are pretty bulky in the first place. So the bulk can add extra leg gaps, and since these have such limited snap placements, like look at all this space where they could put extra snaps. Very sad and disappointing. You know, they could even put an extra row of snaps here. Since there are limited snap placements and you add extra absorbency, which makes it bulky, you're more likely to get leaks. So keep that in mind. Great for really small babies, not great for heavy wetters or big babies. Next is this Thirsties Natural Newborn All-in-One. I prefer the Natural Newborn All-in-One over the microfiber in general. I just don't really like microfiber. I've had issues with microfiber in the past in my early journey through hand washing it. And because of those experiences, I just don't like microfiber. I know some people do like microfiber, but I found a love for natural fibers, and they're more absorbent, they're way more forgiving with wash routines, and they wash easier, dry easier. So I prefer the natural fibers. The few extra dollars that you pay for the natural all-in-one is worth it for me, and I've gotten most of mine used or on sale. So this has 2 little flaps here, both hemp cotton. This does have the umbilical cord snap down, which I really like, and it also has a rise setting, so you can make it a little smaller. So far, these have held up pretty well for us. You know, we change her diaper pretty frequently, but we haven't had any leaks with this diaper yet. And I'm hoping this lasts a decent amount of time because I have a decent amount of these in my stash. Probably more than any other brand. I have more of these than anything else because I loved them last time around. I don't really have anything negative to say about them as of now. My huge pet peeve with all newborn diapers are the snap placements. There's only 1 row of snaps for the waist. I love diapers with the 2 rows. So 1 for the waist and 1 for the legs. A lot of times with newborns they're shaped really oddly. Willow has a very small waist, but she has a big belly and her legs are starting to chunk up. So her body type, I don't know, her body type is a little weird, and I like the 2 rows of waist so you can stagger the snaps. This 1 row of snaps controls the waist and the legs. So if your baby has really chunky legs but doesn't have a really chunky waist, you're very, very limited with the fit that you can get with this type of diaper, which pretty much all of these except my Simplex have a 1 row of snaps. So that's always a huge con for me when it comes to newborn diapers. It's that 1 row of snaps. But besides that, for now, for this first week, this diaper is working really well for us, and I love the fit of it, and I love the absorbency, and I love the cute prints. I just got this in yesterday. mysweetpickles.com, I'll leave that website down below. They have a newborn rental program, so if you want to try out newborn diapers, you can go there and they'll let you rent newborn cloth diapers. I'm not exactly sure how the process works, but they also list the used diapers from the program. And I got both of these in yesterday, I think. Yeah, I got both of these in yesterday. I've been wanting both of these prints, and they're so hard to find on the swap pages. And yeah, so if you're looking for some, you know, very good used condition, used newborn diapers, check out My Sweet Pickles. If you click their shop tab and go all the way down and click used, they have a whole section of different brands and stuff like that of newborn diapers that they have listed. So definitely check that out. That's where I got this. I'm excited to put this on the bum because it's so cute. This one's called Floribunda. The next diaper I'm going to talk about is the Blueberry Simplex. I think this is a favorite among most moms, both here and in the UK. I've seen a lot of moms in the UK also talk about this diaper. I think it's a great diaper. Some of these diapers fit Willow and some don't. And I have gotten practically all of these used. The diaper that I showed in my newborn cloth diapering at 6 pounds video, she fit in that really well, but I noticed that one's like, the whole entire diaper is like an inch smaller than all of my other diapers. So a lot of these are actually gaping gaps, getting gaps in the legs. So I don't know. I don't know if that's just like a used diaper thing. I know Blueberry back in 2016 were having tons of quality control issues, and I think they're still having quality control issues. Lots of things happening with that company. Not going to go into depth about that because it's just a lot, but just know for the past few years they've been going through a crap ton of quality issues and customer service issues. But for the diaper itself, it's a pretty good diaper. I will give it that. It does have the umbilical cord snap down, which I do like, and it has the 2 rows of snaps, one for the waist and one for the legs. I love that. I wish more newborn diapers came with that. I hear a lot of people say these diapers fit longer than most other newborn diapers, and I agree. This will definitely fit up to 15, 16 pounds. I also like that it has a tunnel feature, so it has a pocket, so it's an all-in-one with a pocket, so you can add extra absorbency when your baby gets bigger, or if your baby just needs more absorbency. It does have this tongue style soaker. I think this is Bird's Eye cotton. This one is organic, so this one gets really wrinkly compared to other ones. I've had to like really stretch it out before this video because it was all like crumpled up like this. But I found that the organic cotton one does tend to do that. I think they're only doing organic cotton now. I don't know. If you know, tell me down below. Correct me if I'm wrong. These do have rolled leg elastics, which I love. A lot of people don't like rolled leg elastics, and I think sometimes people also don't know how to use rolled leg elastics. So if you put this on your baby, it would look like this and the fabric would be sticking out, and a lot of times people complain that they get leaking with this because of the fabric sticking out. With rolled leg elastics, you actually have to roll them in, which is why they're called rolled leg elastics. So you have to tuck that fabric inwards. It's an extra step, and I think that's another reason why people don't like diapers with rolled leg elastics. But if you have a baby with really chunky legs, like all of my children have, rolled leg elastics are super gentle on their legs, and you very rarely ever get red marks from rolled elastics, at least from my experience. So I personally love rolled leg elastics. I know it does take extra work to roll these in, you know, I get it, but personally I love the rolled leg elastics. I just think they're so much more gentle than, say, an encased elastic, because these can be a little rough on baby's legs. As of now, I don't really have anything negative to say besides that some of these aren't fitting, and that could be because they're used, or it could be because Blueberry has been known for their quality issues. I know in 2016 I bought 2 new diapers and the sizing difference between them was major. Scarlett wasn't that small back then when I had that issue, so I didn't really have to worry about it, but I am having the issue where some of these aren't fitting around her legs. Some are, some aren't. So it's kind of hit or miss for right now at her size. But I do expect these to last a pretty long time, so that's a good plus. The next diaper I'm going to talk about is the Smart Bottoms Newborn All-in-One, which is called the Born Smart. I love this diaper with Scarlett. I think her body shape was really forgiving for this type of diaper. I'm feeling a little about it this time, and I think the only reason why I don't dislike this diaper is because I loved it so much last time. There are just a lot of things that could be improved about this. I've heard rumor that it is being improved, so if you're watching this in the future, this could be the old version of the diaper. But like this front panel part, it needs to be longer. It just wants to sit like this. And so trying to pull this up without it unsnapping, it does have the small rise setting, which doesn't really do much in my opinion. I don't know. It is a bit gappy in the legs, so when I have this wrapped around her, we do get more gapping with this than any other diaper. So I found I really have to tuck these leg elastics in. Just like with the Blueberry Simplex, these are rolled elastics, so you really have to tuck them in. And even then, like when I have it tucked in like this, it looks like this. There's a small amount of gapping in her legs still. So not a huge fan of that. I love the cutout. I just wish, I don't know, I just wish these were a little bit longer. Maybe the tabs were a little longer. I think there could be some better improvement to these. One thing I do like though, the soakers snap in and snap out, so it makes for easy drying time. It also makes it really nice for sunning when you have to sun the diapers. It also has a tunnel feature in the back. So it has that extra pocket where you can stuff extra absorbency, or you could just stuff this in the pocket. I did find that when your baby does need more absorbency, this diaper gets really bulky, and it's such a short rise. It's so short, so if your baby is really long, this diaper is going to annoy the piss out of you. It's just so short. It's tiny and cute, but I think this diaper would work best for a short baby with really chunky legs. I don't know. I just don't think this type of diaper is forgiving for most body types as far as babies go. Parents either love this diaper or hate it. Lots of mixed reviews. A lot of people said they've hated it, and Smart Bottoms is one company that always takes the customers' opinions into consideration and improves their diapers from it. I've seen them do it time and time again over the past few years. So I have no doubt that they're reinventing this. I'm just hoping they do it soon so I can review it for you guys. And I also want to try it out because I love Smart Bottoms products. I like the organic cotton, and I love the cute prints. I love this watermelon print. Not watermelon print, this pineapple print. Overall, I don't think this is ever a diaper I would ever recommend to anybody. If you want to try it, give it a try. $10 to $12 on the swap page is a good price to pay for these, because you can also sell it for that price if you don't like it. So, I mean, you're not really losing out any money. So, I mean, if you want to try it, definitely give it a try. But this might make it into my favorites video, but I'm just going to tell you, I would probably never recommend this diaper to anybody because it's just that hit or miss for parents. And the last all-in-one I have is the Bumgenius. This is like 1,000 times the improvement of the other diaper that they have, the Velcro microfiber all-in-one. They don't make it anymore, thank God. It was a really bad diaper. Some people really like it, and you know, I'm not saying this opinion to like shit on people. Sometimes people take my opinions as like the end all to all opinions, but it's not. Some people really love that diaper, and I totally get it. Lately I've been liking Velcro diapers, especially today. Every Velcro diaper that I have, especially since her cord is off, I've been reaching for. I get it. I like Velcro. It's nice and easy. It just wasn't for me or my children's body types, and the absorbency wasn't there. So those two things alone didn't work for their body types, didn't work for absorbency. wasn't for me. But this diaper is great. It has organic cotton. So one of these is stay dry, which is awesome because Willow is so sensitive to wetness. Oh my gosh, she is so sensitive to wetness. So I like that feature. You can also take it out if your baby doesn't need it. It doesn't snap in or anything, it just lays in there, which is kind of strange to me, but you know, it works. The only problem is with the stay dry piece is that it doesn't cover the whole diaper. There's still a little bit of fabric hanging out on the sides, so there's still some wetness touching your baby. But there's organic cotton sewn in, and it's snap placement, which, you know, is really nice. I am I'm a lot disappointed that this doesn't have stretchy tabs. One of my favorite things about Bumgenius, favorite, is their stretchy tabs. Now don't get me wrong, this fabric naturally has a little bit of stretch to it, but if you've tried Bumgenius diapers, their one size diapers, you know their stretchy tabs are like this spandexy type of material. It's so dreamy. I wish all of my diapers had stretchy tabs. I like stretchy materials. I love stretchy flats, and I'm excited to try stretchy flats on the baby, but Bumgenius, use your stretchy tabs. Come on now. That would make these diapers over the top for me because I'm obsessed with Bumgenius stretchy tabs. I'm not a huge fan of Bumgenius, but their stretchy tabs, it has me going back to Bumgenius every time because there's just nothing else like it. I know Elf also has, I think it's Elf, right? Is it Elf? Also has a stretchy tab. One of those China-made brands has a stretchy tab. I haven't yet tried that, but I definitely will have to. Alright, now we're going to talk about my favorite covers, fitteds, and prefolds for the first week and underneath the cord. Hands down, one of my favorite covers is this Clotheez size 0 wrap. It is awesome. I don't think this will fit long. I honestly don't know the sizing, how far the sizing goes. I'll have to leave it up probably right here for you guys. But this wrap is awesome. The material on it is like nothing else I've felt. It almost reminds me of a Rumparoo's cover. Rumparoo's has like a really silky soft PUL waterproof material, and that's what this is. It's just so nice. I don't know. I really like it. I didn't think I could ever take a liking to the feeling of PUL, but this is just so nice and pliable and soft, and I just feel like the baby really likes being in this when she's in it. It does have a really far umbilical cord snap down, which I've never seen on a newborn diaper before. You could even snap it all the way down here. And the snap placements on this are actually pretty much just like the Lil Joey. This top row is the top rise setting, and this bottom row is the bottom rise setting, so it could fit a really tiny baby. If you're snapping it down here, it does leave all this PUL fabric on the top. Though you could snap it down to the bottom, let's see, you could snap it down to the very bottom, what's it called? Umbilical cord snap down placement, so when you snap it, it's not so crazy floppy on the top. But overall, this is a really great cover. I would definitely recommend it if you're expecting a smaller baby. Works great under the cord. It's super soft and it's very affordable. It doesn't come in any other colors or prints, which is sad. It just comes in white, but I think that's a really great way to keep people to buy the like minimalistic amount and not go crazy overboard with things by creating all those cute prints, because that's a rabbit hole in itself. But yeah, I really like this cover, and you know, if you are expecting a smaller baby, I would definitely recommend it. The next cover I'm really liking is a Thirsties newborn cover. Not to be confused with the extra small cover. This is the Preemie / newborn cover, so it's even smaller than the extra small. I'll actually do a size comparison of all the Thirsties newborn covers from the newborn to the extra small and the size 1. I actually just tried the size 1 on her today, and it fits pretty well, surprisingly. I'm loving the crap out of this cover. This is my go-to cover. This is the one I'm reaching for the most. It fit really well under the cord because the umbilical cord dipped down. I'm not sure this would work well with a bulky fitted. I have, like, my Ecoposh Fitted is probably one of my most bulky, I would say, yeah, probably one of my most bulky fitteds. It might work with the Thirsties fitted. I don't know. I'll have to give it a try. I'll have to try this out with a few of my other fitteds to see how it works. But if you're using something really trim, this is definitely a great option. I'm going to try pad folding a few prefolds to see how that works as well. So far, I don't have anything negative to say. Generally speaking, I don't like Thirsties covers. Coming into this, I have not liked Thirsties covers because the covers are just really thin. The inner gusset relaxes immediately. Not that that's a huge deal. You don't really need that elastic there. And I've never had any issues with leaks out of it, even though it's relaxed. But that's like a huge issue for me with Thirsties covers, is that that inner gusset relaxes immediately. Like, why not just get a better quality inner gusset, in my opinion? I don't know. But with this material being so thin, sometimes you'll get leaks through the PUL a lot sooner than if you were to use a cover with like thicker PUL. Like this has really thick PUL. But a plus with this PUL being thin is that it's so pliable and it bends and moves really easily to fit a smaller baby. So that's a really big plus with this cover. My favorite prefold is this Nickis Diapers Newborn Bamboo Prefold. Bamboo shrinks, so that makes this prefold a lot smaller than the regular cotton prefolds, but it's also just a little more absorbent. This is not great for big babies. I honestly wouldn't even use this past 9 pounds to snappy on a baby, just because it's that small. This is the smallest prefold I have in my stash. It's almost an inch smaller than my Imagine extra small bamboo prefolds. So these are pretty tiny. When she outgrows this being snappied on her, I will just fold it in a rectangle, known as a trifold, and just lay it in covers or put it inside pocket diapers. So for me, it is worth the money. I didn't buy these this time around. I did have these with Scarlett. So these are something that, you know, have really gone a long mile for me as far as being worth its money. Though I can't exactly recommend this if you are going to have a big baby. So I don't know. But I really love this. This worked really well under the cord and was super duper trim. I couldn't find any other prefold that would work well under the cord without it being too bulky. The Imagine prefold that I had, since it was an inch bigger, I had to fold it down like this and then fold it on her. And it just was so much bulk in the front. I wasn't a fan. Honestly, I'm not a fan of anything being too bulky on her since she's still so small. Once she gets a little bigger, maybe in the 8 pound range, I won't really care about the bulkiness. But with her being 6 pounds, even the slightest amount of bulk just really annoys me. So that's why I've chosen this one, and that's why this one has been my favorite. But now that she doesn't have her cord anymore, you know, it's okay, in my opinion, for my personal preference, for things to be up above her cord and fitting a little higher. So I'll definitely be trying out some more prefolds this week, but this one has definitely been my favorite. And now for fitteds. I have 3 fitteds that are my favorite, that I've just been loving underneath the cord. I love this Ecoposh fitted. I actually sold off all of my older versions of Ecoposh because they were just really hard and stiff. These are so soft and so stretchy and pliable, and I don't know. They're floppy and they're just so soft and they're so nice. Did I really just wipe a diaper on my face? They're just so soft and I really love these. I loved these with Scarlett, and with Scarlett I had the older version. These are just way nicer. It has this one snap right here, and again, like the Lil Joey's, even though this isn't the same snap placement, this top row is the top rise setting and this bottom row is the bottom rise setting. It does have an umbilical cord snap down. And I don't know, I like this. It works well for nighttime. I think it's just really comfortable on her. I do have to use a stay dry liner with it, but I don't know, I really like it. It has a snap-in soaker. which helps with dry time immensely. And this flap is like 2 of them. I think the outside is made from recycled bamboo. Not recycled bamboo, recycled water bottles. Yeah, the outer is made with 65% recycled water bottles, 35% organic cotton, and then the inside is 60% bamboo, 20% cotton, 20% polyester. Kind of mind-boggling that it's made with some recycled water bottles, because it doesn't feel like it has a plasticky feel. It just feels like soft cotton. With fitteds, you do need a cover. I haven't been using a cover with this one specifically just because it's so big and bulky. But as she gets older and pees more, we will definitely have to use a cover with this. These past few days, her pee levels have been increasing. So I think she's going to be a heavy wetter. I've never dealt with a newborn heavy wetter before. So if she is a heavy wetter, I guess that could be a whole diaper series or a whole video in itself, diapering a newborn heavy wetter. But so far, this is working pretty well without a cover. I wouldn't keep her in it more than a few hours anyways, but those work pretty well for us. The next fitted that I'm really loving is this Thirsties Newborn Natural Fitted. This fitted is so tiny, it's so trim in the crotch, and it's super absorbent. It has this snap-in insert, so tiny. It has a snap-in insert, which is really great for dry time. I found that surprisingly this one takes forever to dry. These elastics are like the real deal. They're really stretchy, but I don't know how to explain it. It takes forever for these elastics to dry in the dryer. I haven't had any issues with this diaper. I don't really think I have anything negative to say, maybe besides the snap placements, but that's kind of how I feel with all newborn diapers. I like the 2 rows. I just wish more companies would utilize that and understand that newborns come in really weird shapes and sizes, and they really need that adjustability of the waist and the hips, or the waist and the legs, because their bodies can sometimes be disproportionate. At least all my babies have been. But this absorbs a great amount and it's really trim. It fits under most covers. So I haven't had any issues with that so far, and it does have a rise setting, so it'll grow. But I do think this will be one of the first fitteds she will outgrow just because of how tiny it is, but we'll see. Then the last fitted I have is this Nickis Organic Bamboo Fitted. I love this fitted. It's so crazy wide when you look at it. Look at that compared to this. Like, it looks so much bigger. That's why I said this one is so tiny. Through video it really doesn't look tiny, but it is super tiny. It just looks crazy big, but it's so soft and pliable. So it gives a really good fit for your baby. The snap placement is exactly like the Imagine and the Lil Joey, which is worthless in my opinion. Look at all this wasted space of where more snaps could be for a customizable fit. This is the umbilical cord snap down. So this top row only has 2 snaps on each side, which is, it's just so worthless to me. I love this fitted, don't get me wrong, but just, I don't know, I don't get that. It needs more snaps. It could use a whole row of snaps right here. That would be pretty cool too, to get the diaper to fit longer. I don't know. Just an opinion. That top row is the top rise setting and the bottom row is the bottom rise setting. It fits so well under the cord, which I was so surprised about. And this material is like super soft. It's really nice. There's a lot of fraying when you wash it. There's a lot of fraying on it around the sides, all these weird strings hanging up. Kind of more of a cosmetic issue and not an issue of the functionality of the diaper. This part does snap in, which I really like because then you can quicken the dry time. But I really do like this fitted. I'm just going to be sad when she outgrows this because of the limited snap placement. That's kind of a bummer. Alright, now we're going to talk about diapers that I kind of, you know, under the cord have just been alright. I think now that her cord's off, these diapers will definitely have a little bit of a different opinion. But for now, they're just kind of, they're alright. I have this Clotheez Snapless Newborn Fitted. The Snapless, I'm telling you, is, in my opinion, way better than the Snaps. But I will do a video comparing the two so you guys can form your own opinion if you've never tried these before. I personally like the Snapless because you can fold it down to fit under the cord. You can fold it down as small as you want, which is really nice. And it's so adjustable. So if your baby has a really, really tiny waist and legs, you can really get this sucker to be super tiny. It just wasn't my favorite. It was a little wide in the crotch, which made it to be a little bulky on her. Again, I wasn't a huge fan of the huge bulk. I think the bulkiest diaper that I have been using has been this Ecoposh, and I'm just kind of biased because I loved this last time around. But I wasn't a huge fan of the bulk of it on her at 6 pounds and under the cord. I think now I'll give it another chance, and I think I'll have a little bit of a different opinion on it. But this is not a bad fitted. This is something that I've liked with all of my children. It's not my favorite, but it is something that I've liked. So that's why it's more towards the end of this video. These are all diapers that I like, I just don't love them. And for covers, here's this Bummis. This is the Super Brite newborn cover. I like this. Last time around it has the umbilical cord dipped down and it fits really small. My main issue with this, and the reason why I'm not loving it this time, is because I feel like this front panel is a little wide. I would have liked to see it just cut up like that. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. When I would snappy it onto her, the Velcro strip would do this. It would fold and it would just piss me off. I don't know why. It just kind of sounds stupid, doesn't it? But it would just annoy me and I couldn't ever straighten it out and it would just get so annoying. So this wasn't one that I was reaching for first. I do like this cover, but it just, I don't know, wasn't really one that I was reaching for first. I definitely prefer the Thirsties over this one, and they fit the same exact weight range, and I think they're about the same price. I think the Thirsties might be slightly cheaper. The Thirsties one doesn't really come in a lot of prints. It comes in very few colors. This brand does come in a lot of cute little prints and stuff, so I mean, I guess if you're like a print person and you like all the cute cloth diapering prints, you know, maybe give this one a try. You can usually find these on swaps for really cheap, for like $5 to $7 shipped, which is a great price. I think that's about what I got this for, about $8 shipped. So it's a decent cover. There's nothing functionally wrong with it. This specific diaper, I just got really annoyed that the Velcro strip kept crunching up, which is why I felt like maybe this part should have been a little shorter, or like widthwise a little shorter. But overall, this is a pretty good cover. Fits great for preemies and small babies, fits under the cord. The Velcro is nice and easy to use. It's definitely not as sturdy as the Thirsties. I think Thirsties and Tot Spots have some of the best Velcro on the market. So this is kind of print's cute though. The next cover is this Happy Flute cover. I really love Happy Flute covers. I've been loving the one size covers so much, so I know I'm going to love this newborn cover, but for under the cord, I really wasn't a fan of it. I did tuck it in the top P-well a little bit right here. It's not a bad cover. I think I'm going to use it today, probably after this video, now that her cord has fallen off. It is a bit of a stiffer cover. It has a flap here in the front, so I'll definitely try out some pad folding and just laying the Prefolds inside the cover to see how well that works. This does have a crossover snap, so if your baby has a really, really tiny waist, this would fit your baby. I think this is a really great budget-friendly cover. Even though it wasn't really one of my favorites, I still really like this cover, and I think this cover would easily make it into my favorites now that her cord has fallen off. I think I paid $4.20 for this on eBay. It took like 6 weeks for it to get to me. You can get this cover on like Happy Behinds, maybe the Fluffy Penguin Company. Happy Flute is just a manufacturer, so they often sell to wholesalers, and the wholesalers can put their tags on the diaper and sell it as their brand. That's kind of what Happy Behinds does. So I think you could easily find this specific pineapple print at Happy Behinds with the Happy Behinds tag, and it's like $6. I'm telling you, great price for the cover. I don't know how long this cover would last though. It does have a rise setting. Looks like it's a decent size. I'm excited to see how long this will fit, especially for the price. If this is a cover that I like, then I'll definitely, I wouldn't say definitely, but I might buy more of these. But this is something I would definitely recommend for a newborn. I think it's a great cover. It's cheap. I just don't know how long it'll fit. It's really trim. The sizing is pretty much exactly like a Sweet Pea cover. So if you see any reviews on the Sweet Pea newborn cover, I think this is pretty much its equivalent, but in snaps, because the Sweet Pea cover only comes in Velcro. And then the last diaper I have for this video, which is like a million minutes long, I apologize, is the Nickis Newborn All-in-One. This one did fit under the cord. You could even tuck in the top PUL a little bit for it to fit even better. I just find the snap placements on this diaper to be super awkward. I mean, it was okay. It was okay last time around with Scarlett, and it's okay this time. I don't hate it. Definitely don't love it. It's okay. In general, I love Nickis diaper covers. I love Nickis bamboo flats. But this bamboo all-in-one, it's okay. It's alright. Snap placements are just really awkward. There's no rise setting. It just has a snap for the waist and a snap for the legs. It does have those rolled leg elastics, which we talked about earlier in the video. You do have to tuck them in so no wicking gets onto the clothes, and so your baby's not peeing out of the diaper or getting poop on the outside of the diaper. I don't really have anything else to say about this diaper. It does have a snap-in insert right here. Helps with drying time. This inner material is a terry, so it feels like a towel, and over time it does get rough. I haven't had that issue with this one yet because we haven't used it that often, but that is something I have noticed with the Nickis bamboo all-in-ones. They get pretty rough like a towel. I kind of wish they would use a different material for these, because I think there could be a lot of improvements made to this diaper. The inside is really weird because it's really wide, but it's also really flexible, so you can adjust the fit pretty easily. Yeah, this diaper is kind of you know, that's how I feel about it. I don't think I would go out and recommend it and say you definitely need this diaper. I honestly would prefer the Imagine bamboo all-in-one over this one. Even though this one has limited snap placements compared to this one, I would still choose this one. And the Imagine is trimmer than the Nickis. I don't know if there's going to be an absorbency difference between the two, but this one just feels a lot trimmer than this one. And the bamboo on this one is like really, really soft. I would love to see the Nickis be as soft as that. Oh, and this does have a crossover snap on the tabs. So if your baby has a really, really tiny waist, it's so sloppy. Your baby has a really, really tiny waist. You can get the waist really, really tiny, which is pretty cool. But again, I'm just kind of feeling about that diaper. Oh, I guess that wasn't my last diaper. My last diaper is this Grovia newborn all-in-one. Now that our cord has fallen off, I think I'll be reaching for this way more than what it was before, but I had to really adjust the fit to be really weird. This one fit down her thigh a little bit. Just, I don't know, it wasn't my favorite, but you know, the Grovia newborn, I've used it with all of my children who have been cloth diapered, and it's been a diaper that I've liked decently. I loved it with Hazel. It was kind of with Scarlett. She started outweighting it. I'm kind of feeling, you know, it's okay this time around, so we'll see how well this diaper lasts. I love this print. It's so cute. If we were going to have a boy, we were going to name him Onyx, which is why this would have been the baby's first diaper if it was a boy. And this diaper is called Onyx Stripe. So that's kind of where, if you guys follow along with my channel, if you guys were wondering why the baby would wear this if it was a boy, is because we were going to name him Onyx. But yeah, this diaper is okay. It is made with hemp and cotton. It does have a really nice soft fleece on the inside, and since Scarlett is sensitive to wetness, I really appreciate that. I really love that. It has all the natural fibers that I love, but it also has a stay dry material, so I don't have to use a fleece liner. Okay. Yeah, I really appreciate that it has that stay dry inner, so I don't even have to add a fleece liner with it. And it's decently absorbent. I didn't find this to be the most absorbent last time I cloth diapered a newborn, but we'll see how this compares to some of my other diapers. All-in-ones in general are very limited in absorbency, and I don't expect all of these diapers to last very long. I'm honestly, probably covers and prefolds and flats will probably be my go-to once the baby gets older, because these are just that limited in absorbency, but we will see. Alright guys, this video is really super long, and I apologize, but I know some of you guys don't mind and you guys appreciate me thoroughly talking about these diapers. Just remember, my opinion is just an opinion. We all have one. There are lots of opinions out there. My opinion is not worth more than anybody else's opinions. It's just an opinion. My opinions have formed because of the size, the shape, and the absorbency that my baby needs. There's just a huge margin of factors of why these diapers work for me or why I like them, and they might not work for you. So just keep that in mind. These are just purely opinion based. My opinion isn't the best opinion that's out here on YouTube or on the internet or in any type of cloth diapering group. I'm just a person with a camera talking about what I like and what I don't like. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'm debating if I should do a 2-week update about all of these diapers that are working, maybe a 3-week update, because I'm gonna have to work in lots and lots of brands to see what's fitting and what's not. Let me know down below. Do you guys want to see another update soon, or are you guys willing to wait for the 1-month update? Let me know down below, because I'm still debating what I want to do. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.